Hi there. I'm going to make my first video today talking about my breast reduction that I'm going to get done. I've been wanting this done for the past 18 years, probably. I can remember talking about it when I was about 20. I guess it was just something that I didn't know exactly how to go about getting done, or I don't know, didn't think it was possible until February of this year. My younger sister got it done, kind of out of the blue. She was bigger like me, but she'd never talked about wanting it done, so when she said she was getting it done, it just kind of was out of the blue to me. But once she got it done, it kind of was the kick in the butt that I needed to go about starting the process. The first thing that I did was checked with my insurance. I didn't talk to anybody there. I just kind of looked online, found out their policies regarding breast reduction. It said they did cover it if it was medically necessary, and in order to prove it was medically necessary, I needed about a year's worth of notes from a doctor documenting my pain, what I'd tried for the pain, what I'd done for the pain, things like that. I definitely have the pain. Lower middle back, shoulders. I carry a lot of tension in my shoulders. My neck hurts all the time. I pull muscles in my neck, which causes horrible headaches. Unfortunately, pain medication-wise, I can't take anything, not anything strong enough to help, because I'm also on heart medication. So I had to try alternatives to the pain medications, such as Salonpas, like a roller that I'd put on my neck, turmeric to try to help the headaches, muscle relaxers, which pretty much just put me to sleep. So I started seeing a doctor in November of last year. Went in specifically telling her that I wanted to work to get a breast reduction. She was very understanding of my problem, knew exactly what she needed to do to help me in this situation. So she started documenting all of my pain at every visit, what she believed was causing the pain, being my breasts. I worked during that time from November until now, losing weight on my own through just watching what I was eating, drinking more water, moving more, things like that. No kind of weight loss medication or anything of that nature. I lost 50 pounds between February of this year and I'd say now. I mean, I started at about 195 at the beginning of this year, and I'm sitting at around 144 now. So that ticked one thing right off the checklist that insurance would look at when they want to see what you've done to try to help the pain that your breasts cause. One of the things that they want to see is that you see if you need to lose weight. Maybe if you lose weight, the breasts will go away. It didn't for me. I currently wear a 38I, but where I've lost the weight, my band size has gone down probably to about a 36, which would then take the cup size up, so I'm probably sitting at about a 36J right now. A lot of times people can't tell that about me because I wear looser clothing. I don't like to show them off. I'm uncomfortable with it. The breasts have made it difficult to do things with my two children. I have an 11-year-old and a 2-year-old. Things like swimming with them is uncomfortable because I have to wear a bra with my swimming suit. I have to get the ugliest swimming suits because they have to be able to hide my big bra. Going to somewhere like a bouncy house place with my boys is near impossible for me. I can't get in those things and bounce around. That's just, it's not good. Running, out of the question. Things like that. So I lost the weight on my own. My doctor put in the notes about the different pain medication that I was able to take, the fact that I wore, all kinds of different supportive bras. Sometimes I'd have, excuse my dishwasher. Sometimes I'd have to wear more than one bra at a time, like a regular bra and a sports bra. So she documented all that. Unfortunately, in about June of this year, she left the practice. So I had to find a new doctor. I had to start seeing them. I had to take all my paperwork from my previous doctor and say, look, this is what we were working on. This is what I'm trying to do. My new doctor is fantastic. She immediately, that day, my first visit with her was in September. That day, she started putting in referrals for me to go see a plastic surgeon. She got me my first consult. It was the Halloween of this year. Unfortunately, I got to that consult and I'm sitting there in the room with the little paper vest on, waiting, nervous as can be. Doctor steps in the room. First thing he says to me is, "I'm sorry, I can't operate on you because you live in a different state." I literally live 4 minutes away from their office. I live right over the bridge to another state. I live in Ohio. He was in West Virginia. So I left that appointment in tears because I was only given the names of 4 people within like a 50-mile radius, 4 plastic surgeons that took my insurance. So I left in tears. I started immediately trying to call my doctor's office to tell him what had happened, that I needed other referrals made. I started calling the doctor's offices, the plastic surgeon's offices myself, to make sure they took my insurance before I had a referral put in. One of the doctors that I called found out he retired a year ago, so that one was gone. There was one in another state, still within a 50-mile radius, that the first doctor I met with told me flat out, you don't need to even try him because he's going to tell you the same thing I'm telling you, that he won't operate on you because you're in a different state. So I had one name within a 50-mile radius of me. Her name is Dr. Jessica Suber. She's at SOMC in Portsmouth, Ohio, about an hour away from me. They got me my consult with her for the day before Thanksgiving. We drove up there. I met with her. I love her. She was fantastic, very understanding, didn't try to rush me. She also had 2 interns in there with her. One was very talkative. The other one didn't say a word. They talked to me about what this meant to me, why I wanted it done, and it didn't hit me until then when they asked me that, what this really meant to me, and I started crying. I didn't mean to. I was kind of embarrassed, but they said, don't worry about it. But just what this surgery could do for me to be able to do things with my family, to feel better about myself, to feel more comfortable in my skin. So that doctor was great. That consult went great. She measured me. She took one look at me and said, absolutely, I was the perfect candidate for the surgery. No doubt about it. She asked me what size I would like to go down to. I told her I would like to go down to a C. She said, not a problem. We can do that. I talked to her about the grams she would need to take out. And I brought up the scale. I don't exactly know how to say it. Excuse me. But she then had to explain to her interns what I was talking about because they didn't know. And if you don't know, a lot of insurances, or most or all, I'm not sure, go by this scale that takes your height and weight and spits a number out at you. It gives you your BSA, I believe it is, your body surface area. Based on what your body surface area is, it gives you a specific number of grams that need to be taken out for it to be considered medically necessary. In my case, I'm 5'3", and I was 145 pounds at the time. So my number was like 370. And I asked the doctor about that, and she kind of laughed and said, yeah, we're going to be taking somewhere more along the lines of 1,000. So I'm definitely covered in the medically necessary grams department. She explained that to the interns, measured me, took pictures from 3 different angles, and then just told me to go talk to the insurance woman and we'd get everything taken care of. So I went and I talked to her. I had a stack of paperwork. This is something that I think really helped me. I had paperwork from the first doctor that I saw for nearly a year. I had paperwork from my current doctor. Every single piece of paperwork mentioned the size of my breasts and the fact that the pain that I had was being caused by the size of my breast. It mentioned my weight loss and everything. I also had a letter from my gynecologist, who I have seen for 7 years. He delivered my youngest son. He wrote me a letter saying, absolutely, she needs this surgery. I've seen her for years. I know what she's tried. She needs to have this surgery. I also took in a letter from my cardiologist, which the insurance woman was very pleased with, that I'd already gotten that taken care of. It was giving the go-ahead, the green light, that heart-wise, I was okay for this surgery. So she then told me that what I needed to do was meet with my current doctor one more time, just to I had to have 3 consecutive months saying that I was doing things. Called my doctor immediately, got in with her at the end of November, saw her, stood in the office while she faxed the paperwork. She sent it to them. They faxed everything in from me, and I heard back in 6 days. 6 days, I got an approval. I was the squeaky wheel. I didn't let it go. I called the insurance at least 3 times. I called my plastic surgeon's office to make sure that things got faxed when insurance told me they didn't have it. I was not going to let this go. So I got the call from my plastic surgeon's office that I was approved. My surgery is scheduled for January the 3rd. I go on this coming Monday for my pre-op appointment. And then I'll probably do another video then just to tell you how the pre-op went, and hopefully I'll feel up to doing one after the surgery to tell you how it went. I hope that this helps someone that's thinking about having breast reduction. I think it's going to be the best thing that I could possibly do for myself, and as a mother for my kids, to be there for them. I think this is going to be the best thing ever. So hopefully I'll be back with some more positive videos very, very soon. Bye.